Hi everyone, thanks for tuning back into the Simplify LLC channel. In this video, we're going to discuss changing an LLC to an S-corp and give you the step-by-step instructions of how to get that done. Please make sure to hit that like button and press that bell icon to subscribe so that you can be notified when we push out more LLC content like this one. All right, here we go. So, electing an S-corp status for your LLC can mean federal tax advantages. It's possible. Just make sure you follow the Internal Revenue Service requirements. Don't worry, this doesn't create a new business entity or change the legal structure of your business. Your business is still an LLC for statutory purposes, but it becomes an S corporation for tax purposes. Now, before you make the big move, it's best to get legal advice as it can affect the other areas of your business beyond finances. And remember, the key is you're not changing the legal structure of your business, you're just changing how it's taxed. So, let's get down to it. First off, why would you convert your LLC to an S-corp? The short answer is tax savings. Entrepreneurs choose to have their LLC taxed as an S-corp to reduce their tax bills. Let's discuss how LLCs are taxed by default. An LLC is a business structure created under state laws. Federal tax laws treat LLCs as a pass-through entity. They don't recognize an LLC as a tax class. The default tax class for a single-member LLC is a sole proprietorship. A multi-member LLC is taxed as a partnership. Owners of sole proprietorships and partnerships are considered self-employed by the IRS. Now, this means that they pay a self-employment tax of 15.3% on all profits and income, tax ranging from 10% to 37% on all business income. These designations mean they don't enjoy the tax benefits afforded to corporations like no self-employment tax and higher expense deductibility. But under subchapter S of Chapter 1 of the tax code lies the S corporation tax classification. Any eligible business can elect to be taxed as an S corporation. And while it offers tax advantages, it comes with a catch: reasonable compensation. The reasonable compensation rule states that an LLC taxed as an S-corp must pay owners a reasonable salary since they are considered employees. Now, there's no definition of reasonable compensation, but you generally have to factor in each member's time and effort devoted to the business, training, education, or experience, duties and responsibilities, comparable salaries at similar companies offering like services, and payments to non-shareholders. The compensation paid to these members is taxed just as it would be for any other employee. So, the company pays 7.65% for FICA as well as state and federal unemployment tax rates. But the real advantage is that payments made to the owner over the reasonable salary are considered a distribution of profit and aren't subject to any self-employment tax, offering you significant tax savings. So, if you're convinced that this is the right choice for your business, let's go over the steps to change your LLC from default to S-corp tax status. It's not a complicated process, but you must meet the requirements and deadlines to qualify. First, you must verify your eligibility for the S-corp election. Most LLCs will meet the IRS basic requirements, which include being an eligible domestic company, have 100 or fewer shareholders who can only be individuals, U.S. residents and non-resident aliens, certain trusts and estates, have only one class of stock. If you meet these eligibility criteria, you're good to apply. Next, you have to meet the tax election deadlines. They must be made within a specific time frame. You have to notify the IRS about your decision to switch no later than 2 months and 15 days after the start of the tax year when you want the election to take effect. So, if you decide that starting January 1st, 2022, you want to be taxed as an S corporation, you have to inform the IRS by March 15th, 2022 by filling in Form 2553, Election by a Small Business Corporation. This 4-page long form requires that you provide the company contact information, tax year, and ownership information. But be careful, as it gets tricky in 2 places. 1, all owners must sign the form to consent. 2, on page 3, you'll have to provide some technical tax questions to which you may not know the answer. Get your CPA or tax professional to help complete this portion of the form. Now, it will take about 6 to 8 weeks to process your election request, but you may operate like your business is already an S-corp. That's it, and your S-corp election is in effect until you withdraw it or the IRS revokes it. Some business owners may wonder about changing their LLCs to a corporation. It's more complex since this is a change in your business's legal structure. Some states will allow the conversion and others don't have the option, meaning you have to dissolve your LLC and form a new corporation. Remember, always check with your Secretary of State about those requirements. And consider the tax implications before you do, especially double taxation of profits. Corporations report federal taxes as a C corporation by default, paying income tax on all profits. Those profits are taxed again at the individual level when distributed as dividends to shareholders. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this has helped you decide the best tax status for your business. To find out more about LLCs, tax status, and other business information, check our link in the description below. And remember to like and subscribe. We enjoy your comments and look forward to answering your questions. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.